Peace, welcome. Today is a day of reorientation. Yesterday was different in terms of what I'm planning. And, every day is different. So we have to embrace every day. And hi, perritos. Hi. Hi, perritos. And so the message of today is about transition, right? About that moment of transition in birth wherein you go from a space of, I can't do this, to realizing not only can you do it, but you are doing it. So that powerful moment translates to so many moments in our creative life. And the affirmation of today is, I am aligned with my creative ability. So oftentimes we as artists, we as creatives, we as people who are attempting to make something new in the world, that is an effort of creation. When you're starting a business and you know that you have those abilities, it is important to know that you are aligned with those abilities, if those thoughts, if that plan is coming to you. And so one of the projects that I did during postpartum was I did my own acrylic nails. And once I realized it was an art project, with the acrylic, laying it followed all of the steps that as an art teacher I would give. And so when teaching art, it's important to understand the difference between process art and product art. So process art is when you are allowing yourself to get lost in the flow of creation, when you are simply just in that moment of being, of making your art, of flowing, not knowing necessarily where you are going, what product you're creating. You're in the process of art making. And that aligns to many things in life. And then we have the product art, whereby you look at a particular product and you have that goal to align your creation with that product. So for example, if there is an art style, like let's just say abstract art, right? If we're looking at Picasso, which I love Picasso, oh my gosh. As an adult, the art lessons on Picasso are amazing, right? And also the foundational elements of Picasso in terms of his abstractness. One may understand that when creating a self-portrait, right, with Picasso, instead of going for realism, instead of looking at the actual elements of how the face looks in a photograph or in real life, you will go with the abstract elements. So when you're creating the nose, you may use a different shape. When creating eyes, you may use different elements to create that effect of the eye. So we may look at a creation by Pablo Picasso and we will look at the ways in which he incorporated an abstract perspective into his art. And we will look at that product and we will apply it as inspiration for our product and attempt to align it with that type of art style. So process or product, these are two ways of creation. In art, we respect both. And in life, we should respect both as well. When we're creating a life that's new for us, so when we're creating a business, when we're creating something that has not been there before, or perhaps it's something that we could be referring to a business that's already created, a concept that's already created as inspiration, and we are imbuing our own essence. So one of the very things I love about product art is the inspiration may not look exactly like your finished product, or it may. And the goal is to focus on the art making. Product or process, it's up to you. But focus on the art making, and today's affirmation is, I am aligned with my creative ability. Peace.